demons fleeing, the blind seeing, the dead walking. These are the spectacular miracles we've been taught to believe in literally. But this creates a problem. It turns faith into a belief in ancient magic, and God into a showman who performed then went silent. What if we've been distracted by the special effects and missed the entire point of the story?
Let's return to the core mission of every prophet. From Moses to Jesus to Muhammad, they weren't sent as magicians. They were sent as physicians for the soul. Their primary task was to diagnose and treat humanity's deepest sickness, the sin, corruption, and ignorance that separate us from God and from each other. So, when they spoke of healing, blindness, and death, what if they were always primarily speaking spiritually? Take the story of the man possessed by Legion, Mark 5. He lives among tombs, self-harming, uncontrollable. Literally, it's about casting out demons into pigs, but let's decode it. The word demon, daimonion, simply meant a spirit or influence. Legion is a Roman military term. The man lived in the Decapolis, a region crushed under Roman occupation. This isn't a ghost story, it's a story of psychological and social liberation. The Legion is the violent foreign ideology of empire that has colonized this man's mind, driving him to insanity and social death, the tombs. Jesus, the prophet, speaks a word of sovereign truth that decolonizes his mind. The drowning pigs, the collapse of that unclean power's hold. The healed man, in his right mind, is a symbol of a person restored to self-ownership and sanity. Next, the man born blind. John 9. Jesus uses mud and sends him to wash in the pool of Siloam, which means sent. He gains sight. The blindness is spiritual ignorance, the inability to see truth. The mud is the prophet's earthy, tangible teaching. The command is to go and wash in the teaching of the sent one, to internalize the prophetic message. The healing is the dawning of spiritual understanding. His journey, from calling Jesus a man to a prophet to Lord, is the step-by-step journey of enlightenment. The Pharisees, who claim, "we see," are called blind. Why? Because their sin is willful, prideful ignorance. They refuse the light. This is the real sickness the prophet heals. Not physical defects, but the choice to stay in the dark. Finally, Lazarus, John 11. He's been dead 4 days, absolutely, irreversibly dead by all understanding. A literal reading creates huge theological problems, but as a spiritual parable, it's the master key. The Bible says, it's appointed to die once. If Lazarus literally died twice, it contradicts God's own decree. So what's really happening? Lazarus, whose name means God has helped, represents righteous truth itself. He is buried in the tomb of a corrupt, dead religious system. The stench is the decay of that system. Jesus' tears are for this spiritual death. Take away the stone is the call to remove the human-made barrier sealing the truth away. Lazarus, come forth, is the prophetic call to revival, summoning buried truth back into the light. Unbind him is the final act of liberating that truth from the grave clothes of dead tradition. See the pattern? Legion, blindness, death. These are spiritual catastrophes, a mind enslaved, a heart in darkness, a truth entombed. The miracle is the prophetic word that liberates, illuminates, and resurrects. This is why these stories mattered then and matter now. We still have legions, addictive ideologies, systemic oppressions that possess us. We still have blindness, willful ignorance, hateful prejudice. We still bury truth under political lies, religious hypocrisy, and historical amnesia. The prophet's mission, and the real miracle, is the constant, courageous call back to light, freedom, and life. What legion needs to be cast out of our society today? What blindness do we need to have healed? Share your thoughts below. If this reinterpretation brings you clarity and courage, please share this video to help deep thinkers ponder. This is Veritas Explore. Stay curious.